the shit almost seems very weirdly like some sort of weird form of human trafficking that like they're trying to like boost our population in some weird way. It's weird. I don't like it. And we shouldn't be telling women how to fucking what they should be doing.
It feels like the Handmaid's Tale for real.
Yes.
Like like, I'm not trying to get too into it, but just the idea that first they're gonna outlaw abortions, then they're gonna federally criminalize it, so that like women that miscarry, like there's gonna be an investigation to see whether if they aborted it or not, and then women are gonna start going to jail for like catching charges for it. It just seems kind of crazy. That's all.
Think about.
100%.
And then Canada came out saying, "Yo, cross the border, we'll give you girls abortions." And it's like, in The Handmaid's Tale, Canada's the safe haven. You know, everybody's trying to
I didn't know that detail.
Go to Canada.
I didn't know that.
But yeah.
Guys, I need to do something real quick. I need to bring back the hottest segment that has ever graced our show. It's sexy, it's smooth, and it's very informative. I'm talking about Doughy's fucking Newsroom, baby.
Oh, no.
I'm talking about the hottest. It's Doughy's Newsroom. Only the most factual statements. Yeah.
Woo.
Make love with me, Doughy. So, I've been looking at these Ukraine situation. Apparently, they have rigged a bunch of their drones to drop grenades on troops, but sometimes it injures them, and sometimes it seems like they just be fucking with the troops. Like there's people trying to loot couches, like, and you'll know the Russians because they put Z's on all their bullshit. It has Z's and shit, and they have all these little letters they use. And a lot of the times, they're just fucking with them, basically allowing them to think that they're never going to be safe. There's never not going to be a time where they're not going to be under attack. And if you look up some of these situations, I was looking at our Reddit combat warfare recently, and that's where I saw these things. There are some interesting interactions that you see
The subreddit is called Combat Warfare.
Or yeah, some shit like that. Yeah, like Warfare Combat, some shit like that. It was like shared from there on the main hub. So that shit is crazy, man, that we're getting into a point where regular drones are being used in like warfare to like not only survey the war land and stuff like that. Just it's a little crazy what's going on over there. Russia seems like they're losing. So let's go Ukraine.
Why do you say it like that?
Yeah. It's Hurricane? What are you saying?
Ukraine.
It's Ukraine.
Ukraine. Shout out to the Ukraine government.
Ukraine.
I thought he was
Next up-
joking. He's legit saying it like that. I thought it was a
Ukraine.
joke.
Next up, our guy Bobby Kotick is currently being investigated in New York over the Microsoft sale. They are pressing this guy like, yo, you sold because you were gonna be in trouble and you kind of wanted to slide all of that shit to another person so that you wouldn't really be responsible for any of this. So it looks like he might have his day in court over all this bullshit. I do not think they're gonna let it slide what happened at Take-Two and at the offices at Activision and shit like that. I think Bobby Kotick tried to pull a quick one, and the New York State was like, you're not going to do that. Not so fast, Bobby Kotick, with your fucking millions and millions of dollars. So, yeah. How do you guys feel about that? Good? Bad? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? Thumbs middle?
I will actually watch. I'll keep up with that trial a bit more than the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard one. I think if that actually happens, Bobby Kotick needs to be out of the gaming industry. I don't think he's adding anything positive to the gaming industry. Be cool to see him get ousted.
He is a huge piece of shit, and I'm happy that they're investigating him.
Yeah, 100%.
Facts.
Up next.
Oh,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead, finish your.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna bring us into the next topic.
No. Up next, Overwatch 2? More like Noverwatch 2. This shit is trash, all right? This shit is fucking garbage. Oh my God, a snooze fest 2.0 is what we're calling it, okay? Fucking super disappointing.
Damn,
Blizzard.
Doughy's just burning it up. Noverwatch.
More like Noverwatch. I had it written now, okay? Shout out to women's rights. We don't have to talk about this a long time. Just fucking stop hating women and support fucking women, okay?
That's almost hating in itself. Like, let's talk about women's rights, but we don't got to give them that much time. Like, God,
no, because we don't want to make a big topic out of it. We're just trying to get through the news here, okay? But big supports for women's rights. Don't fucking talk about what a woman should and shouldn't be doing with her body. The shit almost seems very weirdly like some sort of weird form of human trafficking that like they're trying to like boost our population in some weird way. It's weird. I don't like it. And we shouldn't be telling women how to fucking what they should be doing.
It feels like the Handmaid's Tale for real.
Yes.
Like I'm not trying to get too into it, but just the idea that first they're gonna outlaw abortions, then they're gonna federally criminalize it, so that like women that miscarry, like there's gonna be an investigation to see whether if they aborted it or not, and then women are gonna start going to jail for like catching charges for it. It just seems kind of crazy. That's all.
Think about
100%.
And then Canada came out saying, "Yo, cross the border, we'll give you girls abortions." And it's like in The Handmaid's Tale, Canada's the safe haven, you know? Everybody's trying to
I didn't know that detail.
Go to Canada.
I didn't know that. Holy shit.
So it's just a little creepy, you know?
And last but not least, Prince of Persia's in trouble, y'all. All right? They, after 15 months of development, they just straight up changed the entire studio they were using. So we might see some trouble brewing.
And I thought you were going to go more interesting.
What a shame. What a beloved series. Prince of Persia. Mm-hmm. What did you think he was going to do, Butch?
Yeah, what did you think
I thought he was going to go more interesting in talking about how New York is officially opening the floodgates for pocket watchers all around the world.
Ah.
Okay, because that's a bit of news that is interesting. Like New York is changing a law or creating some type of legislation to basically any job listing now has to state the salary range for that job. So if they're looking for a software dude or a maintenance dude, whatever the fuck, they have to put the salary range on there.
That's different.
So that,
though.
like,
that's not pocket watching.
It absolutely
is what everything we were talking about.
You're putting a range. You can make anywhere from $30 to $40 an hour. Like, that's not saying how much I'm actually making. You're not knowing if I'm making 35 versus you making 32. You're in the format of between X amount to X amount. You could be anywhere in between.
So you think people are only concerned on what other people make? You don't think people are concerned when they're getting a job interview how much they'll even be making at this job?
I don't think it's. I'm like I said, bro. Y'all said I'm in management, so I look at things differently. But I don't think anybody should be concerned with what the next man's making.
Well, apparently legislation says otherwise, Tony. Slam dunk.
I would like to see. I would like honestly, since the legislators over
just keep cutting Tony off. What the fuck?
Just out of control.
I'm sorry.
Since the legislators is over here talking about, oh, we need to watch pockets. Let's see how much each one of those motherfuckers make then, since they want to be all like that.
It's publicly available.
Yeah, you can see that. That's public.
You can watch their pockets. It's
but
for good reason.
I think it's whack. That's just me. That causes.
You
problems.
think it's whack that we know how much they get paid?
Oh no. I'm talking about like just like them saying like in New York, like people need to know how much people get paid. Like, nah, I don't think that's not cool. That's not respectable, and that causes more problem at the workplace.
It's gonna cause less problems.
No, it's gonna cause
everybody
more.
Coming in at a title is gonna be in a range, and we all know what that range is. Like, yeah, I don't know. It just seems fair. Like, it just seems shitty that like, because this guy is so and so's friend, they get to come in at a much higher salary. Like outside of, I mean, really, we don't know any bands or anything like that, right? It's just you just hope that you got to do research. You got to go to Glassdoor, things like that. Places where, frankly, you might call them pocket watchers, people opening their own pockets, because they're the ones, the only data that Glassdoor has is the data that people are putting out there. So people are going saying, hey, this is how much I get paid for this position. And based on all that information, job experience, all that kind of stuff, they compile this big list of data that they're able to then say, oh yeah, this is the salary range for this title and this location and blah, blah, blah.
I've learned a lot of really informative shit on Glassdoor. It's helped a lot.
Yeah, it's just like without that resource, you're not going to know how much you should be asking for when you go and try to get a job. Like, you don't know if you're going to be like underselling yourself or maybe overselling yourself, you know?
I mean, when you apply for a job now, they have like, they'll have like the pay, like what it ranges from.
It might surprise you that LinkedIn does not actually have that information on a lot of the job listings.
No, they don't.
I make it a point in interviews, though, not that I've had a lot recently or anything, but I make it a point in interviews, like that is one of my first questions. I in fact try to like bring that up as close to the beginning of the conversation as possible, because I don't want to waste their time. I don't want them to waste my time. I don't want to waste their time. If it's not anywhere near the range I'm looking for, why the fuck are you going to ask me all these questions? Why am I going to sit through an interview just to find out that your job is paying half of what I want?
I agree
that episode with Michael Scott where he does that whole manual, there's merit to that shit, because the jobs really be trying to do that shit. Like, oh, so what do you think you'll bring to the team? Like, yo, let me hear how much I'm gonna get paid first. I can tell you what I'll be bringing to this goddamn team, right?
I do agree with that, though. I do agree. We need to lead off to why I'm here: the pay, the benefits, like that. Like that's where I like to lead off. Like I just had an interview. Yesterday I had an interview, and I asked the guy, I was like, hey, so how much are you looking to get paid? Real quick, simple. He was like, oh, X amount to X amount. That's in our price range. That's for the job that you're applying for. That is exactly where they start you off at.
So you power moved them.
That is a power move.
That's a power move.
Yeah, I don't like giving my number. I want them to give me their number.
It's a fact. Because like you put him in a position where you forced him, or not forced, but you asked him to give his number. If he gave a number but low your range, you'd be stupid to tell him, oh, that's really low. You'd be like, oh yeah, that works for us. You'd happily pay him less for the job.
No, but what ends up happening is that if he says, for example, right, let's just say he out $10. I want to get paid $10. I'm like, okay, but this job is anywhere from 10 to 12. We'll hit him in the cool middle with $11 an hour.
That's cool. That's cool of you. I think I don't have the trust in a lot of companies to do that.
I do that. I'm not gonna. I don't feel like, because.
But there's no reason for you to do that.
Other than me being nice,
exactly. There's no you're just being nice.
It's fair. I think it's fair. Like, give them like if it's from $10 to $12 an hour, hit him in the middle, show him a little love, and then if he does do good, then you give him a raise. You give him that $50 or $1 raise or whatever, X amount, whatever company pays. Like, You know, I like to be fair because, you know, like you never really know what you're signing up to. And then when you've signed up to something and it's a lot more than what you thought originally and the pay's not good, you kind of feel shitty. You don't want to have anybody feel shitty at the job.
But that's what we were saying before.
No, you guys want to know how much a motherfucker's getting paid. It's a very different.
I said I don't want people to feel shitty.
Yeah, but they're going to feel shitty if they know how much the next man's getting paid, though. So it defeats the purpose.
So then they could go and get better pay.
Tony, I was saying that I think there should be a federal law that you have to wear a name tag at work.
Oh,
but instead of your name, it says what your yearly salary is.
That is beast. I would not want that at all.
I'd love that shit. Put my balls on my chest, baby.
Like, oh, I'm making $95K a year plus bonus. What, bitch?
I think wearing it on a badge could lead to a toxic work environment.
Yeah.
You'd be like, you're just a 62K Andy. I'm a 90K.
Nah,
Bitch.
it's all about the 69ers. 69ers over
I'm
here.
80K, bitch. Don't talk to me, peasant. Like that.
We
Go
don't
get
mess.
my coffee, bitch.
We don't mess with the 80 rollers. All right, we don't mess with rolling 80s.
You've got the company parking lot split up by pay.
Anybody over 50 and under got to park the furthest away, like with no lights at night. That's a beast.
Fucking bullshit.
That's what society is now. Think about it. Public schooling and shit like that. That's what it is now. How lower income class areas, it just look like shitty ass neighborhoods. Like that's technically what it is now. You know, but y'all just want to just count pockets at this point. You want to know how much another man talk about. I don't want to create a toxic work environment. The moment everybody knows how much a motherfucker's getting paid next to him, it's automatic toxic, bro. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a toxicity level is reached. It's like that South Park episode you made us watch in New York. The piss level's at 98%. Wait till it gets 100%. Like that's what's gonna happen at work. Like everyone is gonna just, oh, you make 22? Yeah, I make 25. Be like, damn, bitch, I only make 24 and I do more. That's what's gonna happen.
So the only time that I've seen it get toxic in my experience at any jobs that I've worked is once people from different departments start comparing. Like once when someone's like, I don't know, let's say you have like your frontline support team comparing their pay to like the engineering team or something.
Yeah.
And then they start feeling some kind of way. Like you can't compare yourself to, I don't know, like maybe in some ideal company, everyone gets paid the same. I don't know how that works because I know that there's different levels of contribution, but whatever.
The Chobani yogurt people did that. They paid everyone like 75, 80,000 flat. Nobody got more, nobody got less. Everybody just got paid a very fair wage.
I feel like you could do that when the work is shit. And I don't know the context of the work. But let's just say like that in that industry, everybody gets paid like 50K. And if the Chobani people are like, all right, we're going to pay everybody 70K. Instead of like this big varied range, we're just going to give everybody one flat rate, but it's, you know, it's like above maybe the average or whatever. Then I think it's all right. But like me, I would hate that because I feel like when I go to work, I bust my ass. And so I would look at other people that don't bust their ass and I'd be like, this motherfucker's getting paid the same as me? Like I don't like that.
That's toxic in itself, right there. That's what I don't understand. Like, why do you want to know? If it's not bothering you right now, why do you want to know?
It's the same question. Do you want to know if you're getting cheated on?
If you want,
do you
want
to know if you're getting screwed over? That's the question.
If you want more money, just go and ask for it. Why you gotta figure out something?
But maybe you don't know you're getting screwed over,
and that's your problem.
Sure, if that's that yeah, if your girl's cheating on you, that's your fault. That's what you're saying. Like, if you're the one getting screwed over, like, why you like there? It may be that it's your fault. Like, it could be that you're ignorant. Maybe they had all the ranges posted, and you just stupidly took the job beneath the range. But that's highly unlikely. That's not what's happening.
You got the companies. You got the non-Tony boss, and you gave your range, and it was half of what the actual pay range was.
Right, and then they were like, "Yep, that's right in our range." And next thing you know, you're over here getting paid 30 when everybody's getting paid 50, just because you said the wrong number. Not because you work less, not because you're a worse worker. Like, in what world is that right? I don't know.
I'm just saying, if you're trying to avoid toxicity in the workplace, that's gonna just only fucking bring it.
I'm not trying to avoid toxicity in the workplace. I'm trying to elevate worker rights and make sure that everybody knows where they stand in situations. That's all. I think pay should be public.
So if the next man next to you makes 20,000 more a year than you, you're gonna be upset because you're gonna feel like you do more work than him.
If I feel like I do more than him, yeah, I'll talk to my manager and be like, yo, this guy gets paid 20K more than me. I'd like some justification.
That's some
But
fucking toxic.
then there's the case where you see somebody who gets paid what they're worth, and you're like, yeah, it makes sense. He does a lot of work, so yeah, he should be getting paid that much.
Dude's a rock star.
unless you think that he's not, because you're a hater. There's haters, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not saying Pooch's a hater. Pooch's saying, like, if he works better, if he does more efficient work, okay, I have no problem with him making more money than me. But if he doesn't, what?
You're saying like buckets, crabs in a bucket mentality. No crab can get out because every other crab pulls the other one down.
Wait, what?
I get what you're saying, but no, it's more like a hater's hating on somebody. Like, that person could work, right? Like, let's say I make 20K. I don't do as much work, but Pucho does more. Yeah, he could justify, be like, yo, this nigga makes this amount of money. Why am I not getting paid it? But if I see Pucho making more money than me, and he does a little bit more work than me, I can hate on him and be like, bro, this man doesn't do everything. Like, I can do everything he does. He doesn't do anything more. Like, I'm pulling, at that point, yeah, I'm pulling him down so I can be like, yo, he's not doing what I'm doing. That's hating. That's what
Tony,
I'm saying.
I mean, if you're a hater, you're just a little bitch.
We would never make our world a better place by listening to the haters.
Yeah. Or allowing the haters to control how we live.
Yeah, who cares that they're gonna try to drag another man down? It already happens.
Some would say that a hater wants to know everybody's pay. Some would say that could be a hater.
I mean, if that's what you think, I'm a lover. I want everybody to get paid their rightful amount. That's it. If someone's going to work busting their ass, I don't think it's right if they're getting paid less than people that ain't doing shit. I think we all know that's wrong. But you're saying it's right because they took the job even though they could have asked for more. No, I'm saying it's not right to know. But like, how else could we achieve the fairness without the knowing?
It's
really you going why, up. Like,
if there was a way, let me get better. If there was a way to click a button and everybody gets paid the right pay for the amount of effort they do without knowing anybody's salary, I'd be okay with that for the sake of just a little added privacy. Yeah, why not? But there's no way to do that. We need to know where we stand relative to one another to know if we're getting what we're worth.
This is our first three-peat topic besides biking in general. Like, biking is apparently, we could be a biking podcast at this point with the amount of biking content that is talked about. This is the first three-peat topic, though.
We couldn't be a biking podcast, okay? Because all cyclists hate each other. And
trust
there'd be no
me.
support. We wouldn't survive.
We'd eat ourselves.
But, yeah, if you lasted this long on this episode, good solid 2 hours, don't forget to hit the like button. We're on all social media platforms, all audio only platforms. Pretty much anywhere where you can listen or watch a video, we're there. We don't push P around here, but hit the like button. Hit the notification bell. That way you know when these hot videos are coming out, hot and ready. Ring that shit. Slap that shit. Bang that shit.
Lick it.
Caress it.
Caress it.
Bop it.
Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. All that shit.
Shake it.
Subscribe. Share it. Like, comment. We love reading comments. Good or bad, we love reading it. We get a kick out of it. And if it's good enough, we'll give you a shout out. Or if it's bad enough, we'll give you a shout out.
Oh, I was correct. Speaking in comments, not supposed to flush tampons. I was pretty positive that was the case. But yeah, confirmation. Not supposed to flush tampons.
You can flush tampons.
Oh, wait, I was told you can flush
You
tampons.
can. The females flush tampons.
Oh, now we're gonna need to revisit this in the comments. We need information.
Whoa.
I've asked two different people. My wife.
I think my wife told me
and
that you could flush tampons.
they just pull it out and then bloop, it falls right in
So
there.
she's
and they
either
just flush it.
destroying the fucking tuberia in the house, or
You can flush
you
tampons.
can flush tampons, right?
Damn. She's gonna be tight when she sees this episode. I'm breaking the tuberia.
I'm just saying, she said it and I thought it was right, and now I'm hearing conflicting reports.
Damn. Mateo
That's
came in
pretty
with his own report.
That's concerning.
I mean, you can't use flushable wipes. They're not really, even though it says flushable, that shouldn't be flushed. Technically, that should fucks up the pipes.
We had to replace some of our piping in my building that I live at a few months ago. Pretty sure that has something to do with me and my wipe usage.
Jesus.
What I had read was that there's nothing wrong with flushing the flushable wipes in the like local drainage. Like it'll get out of your building, your house, and stuff like that. It fucks up like the city kind of drainage.
Yeah, it was
like
out in the street where they were
all
doing
those wipes. They kind of they allow things to like collect and
Attached.
coagulate on it, so that you get fatbergs that grow off the wipes, or multiple tons of wipes get together and you get big wads, and they'll like clog up pipes and stuff like that.
Shout out to plumbers, people that work in waste management, people that deal with all the gross bullshit that no one else wants to deal with. Y'all are MVPs. Y'all are doing important work.
That's a fact. I've been watching this YouTube channel. I forget what they're called, but it's like these dudes out in the UK. These motherfuckers got a lot of drainage issues out there. I don't know who designed your pipes, but it's fucked that people could make a living off of just driving the streets, unclogging pipes for a living all day. There's something fucked in your city. But they're putting hoses and things, and it's fucking gross. It looks like shit and fat and all this stuff. And they're just like unclogging the pipes just with a water hose, pretty much.
It's like
It's
pressurized. It's like pressurized water.
It's crazy the stuff that's clogging up these pipes. It's just like a brown gunk. I don't know if it's just compacted
It's like
shit.
calcium. It's just like a lot of just like it's crazy.
It's crazy.
We used to have calcium build up in the basement of a building I used to work at. It used to come off the walls and it just cake up the walls, all these crystals. It was really weird. But yeah, you get that type of stuff sometimes.
Please hit that follow button. Share us. Friends, family, whoever. Don't forget to comment. We love to hear all about your complaints or compliments. Like I said, always one up yourself in America.
Leroy.